Hi guys, Felix here from 4 Mins or Less. Today I'm going to be talking about my Etro runway coat. And this coat is absolutely incredible. I mean, the pattern is so very Etro. The colors are fantastic, it goes with a lot of different stuff, and no one's going to have this coat. This is a runway coat actually, and there's two versions of this. There's this color and there's also a yellow one. So during the runway show, you can see here where I close my jacket that the two sides sort of line up when you close the lapels, and the two sides mimic each other and the pattern continues. On the original one, the pattern on the left hand side was different than the pattern on the right hand side, so when you close the coat you didn't get this symmetry. So this is the updated version, and I personally think this is better because now the front matches the back and it's just a lot more symmetrical and it looks more polished. The yellow one is still the old style, and I think that's a little messier for me, and you can take a look online. I'm sure you can find a photo of that if you want to see the example. In terms of the weight, it's not a particularly heavy, thick wool. I mean, it feels very wool, despite there being some polyester in there. It's more wool than you would expect because of the pattern in the fabric, but it's not a full 100% wool. In terms of the thickness, once again, it's not really that thick. You can see me kind of flop it around here. You can only really wear this coat up to -5, -10 degrees Celsius. After that, you need a downfill. In terms of the color, there's a real ombre effect going on. The mid here, you can see the pink isn't as vibrant as the bottom, so you get some gradient there, which is nice. I think it just makes the coat more interesting. From far away, you just kind of see the pink and the earth tones and the black, but when you get closer, you can really see that within the earth tones, there's patterns within there. So it's just a very patterned coat. There's lots to it, and you really have to get in there and look at the details. And all the pictures of those will be down below in the description on our website. Once again, you can see where I'm closing here that the two sides line up, and I think that's a much better way of doing a coat than the original that they had on the runway show. The horn buttons here have the Etro, so if you're used to Etro, the buttons aren't out of the ordinary. My favorite part here, obviously I didn't cut the pockets, they're still sealed. But even the pocket flaps line up with the pattern. Like, there's a lot of effort that went into doing that. You have to think about how everything stitches together. So it's a real nice detail. I think that's overlooked. This is just the sleeves here. There's no buttons or anything like that. It's just a solid sleeve. I actually had this tapered. I found the original to be a little loose on me, so I had the body and the sleeves all tapered. Etro undercollar, if you're used to any suits or jackets or anything by them, I think even the shirts have this a lot of the time. They always do a kind of a crazy undercollar pattern, and on this they have a gray. In terms of the inside, I believe it's lined with silk. If it's different, I'll make a note in the description down below. Two internal pockets, one on each side. You had the Etro with the Etro orange button there on the right hand side of the coat. The inside lining it's not particularly crazy. I have an Etro suit that has a much crazier lining, but I guess when the outside of the jacket is so ridiculous, you can't have a crazy outside and a crazy inside. It's just too much happening. The shoulders are very structured. If you have an Etro suit or anything like that, they tend to build up those shoulders a lot, which I personally like. Some people don't though, so just something to be aware of if you're in the market for an Etro coat. The back pattern is just absolutely crazy. On the front you have some breakup just because of the pockets, and you have to close it and open it, but the back is just one solid pattern, and it's just incredibly striking when you see it from behind. You can see that there's perfect symmetry, that the front matches the back and the sides match each other. So I really like that symmetry. I think it's important. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. I love this coat, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.